After a year of difficult and draining full moons and new moons, Wednesday's full moon in Taurus feels like a breath of fresh air. The moon is full of life, and in its exaltation in Taurus, this is the moon at its maximum power, and it's also beautifully supported by Jupiter and Saturn. But this profound calm is actually the necessary setup for a much bigger, more chaotic story that's about to unfold. And what makes this calm so palpable is what's going on with Venus, the ruler of this full moon. Finally separating from that painful, weeks-long opposition with Chiron, so finally that feeling of me versus them is in the past. We're now moving out of that crisis and realizing that we can in fact balance our own agency with that of the others in our connections. So now that the external relational crisis is in the past, we now have the emotional bandwidth to deal with the internal conflict brought up by this full moon. That core conflict is the opposition between Taurus and Scorpio. The exalted moon in Taurus is comfort being elevated above all else. It wants to enjoy its comfort and hold on to what it has, and in process resist change. But the sun in Scorpio is like shining a spotlight on where you must transform. The tension in this opposition is that you could see where an emphasis on comfort has become stagnation. That could be where you're holding yourself back from real power, is what the Scorpio sun suggests. Where you're elevating your own personal sense of comfort above your own potential for growth that the Scorpio sun is revealing. And this is the core tension that needs to be resolved. Now, that inner conflict is a direct setup for the real event, because just days after this full moon, Uranus, the enemy of stagnation, retrogrades back into Taurus for one last push. It's as if this exalted magnetic full moon is pulling Uranus back in to finish a 7-year job. Now, this final pass from Uranus is a breakthrough moment, but it is going to be disruptive. It's made a bit more intense by Mars, who just entered Sagittarius, adding this fiery, questing, chaotic energy into the mix. But Mars is looking for the bigger picture here, like the real meaning to fight for. How can I earn resources in a way that isn't sucking my soul, for instance? This could be a stagnation-breaking shakeup that could be the exact financial or personal breakthrough you've been waiting for. And once again, look at the Taurus house in your chart to check where this might happen. So Uranus is in Taurus until April 25th, 2026. And Uranus first entered Taurus in 2018, so it could call back to like this broader storyline that's been happening since then in your life. So acknowledge that this could take time. This is like a 7-year story culminating. But the old way is not an option, is what's clear. So I'm suggesting you just observe what this final shakeup is revealing about your resources, your values. The breakthroughs in the information that this chaos reveals, not so much in the chaos itself.